Today, we're going to chat about the benefits of meditation and mindfulness. And this is something I could talk about um, all day. So I'm going to try to keep this short and sweet, but give you some really important things to consider. For those of you that have been here a while, some of this might be familiar to you, but I don't think we can ever use enough reminders to how important our well-being is, how important it is to take care of ourselves and to give ourselves the space to do this work so that we can feel better and show up better. So many people that I talk with have so much stress and anxiety. It feels so like there aren't even words. Overwhelming is like the icing on the cake, right? Like it goes so deep, this stress and these anxious feelings and this overwhelm that we have. And what happens when that occurs is we don't know where to start. So my advice is always this: start small. We always feel like we have to go big or go home, right? Like that's the phrase, go big or go home. And that often actually leaves us in analysis paralysis. It leaves us doing nothing. So my suggestion is one step at a time. Just begin with something in your life. So I want to start by understanding the basics. Meditation involves training the mind for focused attention and awareness. And mindfulness is being present without judgment. So when we and I use these terms interchangeably a lot, meditation and mindfulness, because they go hand in hand to me. They form a really powerful toolkit for navigating the challenges of our lives. When we are mindful of how we feel, when we're mindful of what's happening in our lives right now, we can change for the future. If something makes us feel less than ideal, we can go, what can I change? What can I do differently in the future? But if we don't realize how we're feeling about something, we can't change. Same goes for if this thing makes me feel really, really great, how can I get more of that? How can I make sure that I'm doing things that light me up? But we don't recognize a lot of those things because we are just in such a place of autopilot, survival, getting through the day, that we don't even really realize where we're at and how we feel. And so meditation is what helps us create this awareness. We're able to quiet some of the noise. You've heard me talk about this before, I'm sure. We're able to slow down. We go so fast, like we don't even have time to think about how something makes us feel. Slowing down gives us that awareness. So one common resistance, one thing that people resist a lot about new things is we want instant gratification. We want to have results, and we want to have results fast, right? So with meditation and mindfulness, building a consistent practice is the key to seeing those results. So starting with 5 minutes a day, starting with 1 minute a day, if that's all you can do, the body will start to recognize your efforts to reduce the stress, and you'll start to feel like you have some control. So some benefits. Just mentioned stress reduction. So by lowering cortisol levels and improving our coping mechanisms, meditation and mindfulness can help us alleviate anxiety, and it can help us promote resilience. Who needs less stress in their lives? Emotional well-being. So enhanced emotional regulation and increased happiness are some of the rewards of practicing mindfulness regularly. So I mentioned, like, we don't even realize the things that make us really happy because we're so worried about yesterday or tomorrow that we're missing it. Focus and concentration. And this is where improved cognitive function and heightened concentration can lead to greater productivity. It can lead to a clarity of mind. Again, I just mentioned that we're always so worried about what happened or what's going to happen that we miss what's happening right here. And that leaves us in a place of multitasking. It leaves us in a place of making mistakes, of missing details, of not showing up for something because we are so unfocused. We're here and we're there and we're everywhere, right? Physical health. So this is one that goes overlooked a lot when it comes to meditation. And really a couple of things are it helps our immune system. It impacts our blood pressure. Why? Because our blood pressure and our immune system are affected by stress, among a bunch of other things, but those are two that are really, really important. Those things are impacted by stress. So if we're dealing with that stress and we're reducing the stress through mindfulness and meditation, we are supporting our overall health and our well-being long term. Like, end of story, right? So if you've decided that those are valid reasons to give meditation or mindfulness a try, and you are like, okay, I'm in for 5 minutes a day, you're probably wondering, how do I do this? And so I want to give you a few simple practices to try. And the first is mindful breathing. And that is to just focus on the rhythm and the sensations of your breath and ground yourself in the present moment. So pause and inhale and exhale and really feel how your body is responding. Do you notice you're tense? Do you start to release some of that through your shoulders or your jaw? Just some breathing can really make a difference. The second thing is a body scan meditation, and that is to scan your body for tension and consciously release it. So you're promoting self-awareness and relaxation. So you can lay down and you scan from your toes to your head and back. Like, where is this tension? What are you feeling in your body? Again, so many of us are going 800 miles a minute. We don't realize we're in pain until we're really in pain. And so if you stop and you're like, oh, that thing by my shoulders is kind of sore, or my knee hurts a little bit. What was I doing that could have caused that? Right? Like, we can build this awareness of where we're maybe doing things that are not that helpful for us. Mindful walking. So for some people, movement is very meditative. And so paying attention to each step, watching your surroundings, feeling how it feels to move your body. What's going on as you lift one foot and place the other down? What does that feel like? Connecting to this. And you're connecting to that moment, that present moment, which doesn't leave space to think about anything else, right? So with that, it's time for action. If you've been practicing for a bit, I invite you to share your meditation and mindfulness experiences with us to encourage others in their journey. If you're new to meditation and mindfulness, I'm here to help you integrate these practices into your daily routine. Like, it is so important. If those benefits of like reducing our stress and having a better immune system and having blood pressure that's not high and causing problems and having better clarity and focus, if those are all things that you're like, that is important to me and I'm ready for this, I want you to take this and jump into your journey of self-discovery and empowerment. The path to a more fulfilling life starts with you saying yes to this. So I want to thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on Path to Mindfulness.